Alright, so I'm going to be turning this hip-hop R&B singer, Ciara. I'm not sure if that's how her name's pronounced, but if you want to correct me, go ahead. It was request. So first thing I do really quick is I'm going to fill in this is on top of the picture. And I have her picture turned down, the opacity turned down so I can see everything. And so what I do really quick is just fill in the outline with a solid color. It doesn't really matter on the color. I'm just going to use black because it's easy. And once I have all the skin filled in on the outside, I'll show you. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I go ahead and I fill it in, and then I go real quick on the outside and cover all those lines up. With that finished, I just simply use that as a mask by holding down the Control key and selecting that layer. It brings up the selection. I'll make a copy of this just in case I mess up, and I'm going to turn the opacity all the way up. And now I can change her skin color as I see fit. So I'm going to go with first with the hue and saturation, and I'm going to go with this kind of red. I want her something about so. Then I'll go to image adjustments and I'll go to color balance. Then I'm going to mess with blues and greens until I see something because I don't want it to be too much of one color. Let's maybe see what this looks like with different types of highlights. So that's just to change some of the color, and then I'm going to go back in again and color and balance, and I'll add a little bit more red back into there, and then highlights now, maybe I'll add some yellow. And then on top of that, I can actually paint in my final differences that I want by going to soft light. Let's say I wanted some more orange in some places. I could then go in and add that. Just going to add some orange into the highlights there. So what I'm doing is just lightly painting over with that soft light. And then if I wanted to, I could even add like this purple color to some of the shadows. Add more that kind of purplish tone to it. Maybe add that to the hair where this is going to be coming down. Just because you want to be able to see different tones in the skin. Okay, so that's good. Next, the same thing I did to get the highlight around her skin, I'm going to do to get around her clothes. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is hold down the Control and select that selection, and then I'm going to copy and paste. That way I can just have the clothes, and I can go and adjust the colors. I'll do levels. I think I want black, so I want to get it like this first, and then turn this down. And I want some of those highlights to come through, something like so. And then go to image adjustments. I'm going to desaturate it. Let's go back into levels, pump up the highlights a little bit more, turn down the darkness here, like so. Then I can add a color to it by going to color balance, highlights. I'll add just a little bit of red because some of her kind of unify it, and maybe in the midtones a little bit of blue. Back to highlights, some more red. Okay. I want to add some different shapes to the dress, and I was thinking I want it to kind of come up like so. And the problem is obviously let me see here what's going on. Next I need horns, so I'm just going to cut these horns out and then copy them into the picture. Okay, now I'm just situating the horns the way I want them. Then I'm going to go and do some quick fixing up on this horn here. And I'll just do that with this. And actually, I'll go ahead and add some of this color in there. And then I could add some of this texture. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be changing the colors and everything. So then when I have that all set, then I go in and change the colors. So let's see here. Start with shadows. Tone. I'm going to add a little bit of like want this kind of. There we go. Let's go back to shadow midtones. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to add a texture to her skin, so I'll do that by here first. I need to highlight this, then bring in my texture. Actually, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, now I could turn this on for just a second just to get that highlight. Then I'll copy and paste. And I can delete that layer, put this layer down on top of the skin layer. And then I can try out different, let's see here, let's go view actual pixels. I can try out the different modes to see that I find something I like, and I'm going to go with that. And I can turn it down just a bit. There we go, now I got my texture. I need to blend in the head into the horns, but first I need to make sure I have everything I want before I do that. How I want it, rather. I'll change the background. Okay, so I went ahead and made the background black. So it's starting to come together. Added some highlights here and there. And let's see here. So I think I can. Let me think. I'm trying to think if I want wings. Okay, so I decided to add the wings, and I'm going to add like this kind of like almost like a scar, but it's like light underneath it. And then I'm going to zoom in and do the blend the horns in. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this now since I have everything I need. Flatten image. Now I'm going to use the healing brush tool, and then I'm going to take this and just kind of blend it like this a couple times, and then once I kind of have that kind of sort of blended in, blended into the skin, then I can kind of blend the skin up into there, and then I'll do some freehand painting. I kind of want to run a little bit of that like that, so that way it kind of blends in, and I'll freehand paint a little bit. And this is just about done. Alright, and she's all finished. I'll go ahead and scroll and then zoom out. And there we go. Fit the screen. See what we do before and after. Alright, so there it is. If you would go ahead and click on the link in the description to support me, I'd appreciate it. And there it is. So there she is as a Demoness. Thank you for watching, and please rate and comment.